Hey everybody, how you doing? Bob Folks here for the Gilly Glue. Well, one of our morning routines when we're just getting ready to leave for the day is to make sure that our hummingbird feeders are full and clean and ready to go. Yesterday was a super hot day. The last couple of days were pretty muggy and we got lots of rain and wind, so I wanted to investigate the feeders this morning before I left. Let's go ahead. We've got some things here ready to take a look at. We're having 3 feeders running this year. Seems to be a plentiful amount of hummingbirds in the Eastern Ontario area here where we are this year. They kind of fluctuate in numbers based on the way that they migrate in each spring, and this year we seem to have a few more numbers than we have in the last couple of years. So as we've said before, as you're going along and you're seeing activity at your feeders, your hummingbird feeders, and if you see just a lot of fighting and a lot of protection and a lot of territorial stuff happening on that one feeder and not so many birds actually coming to the feeder, it's a good indication you need to put a second feeder up or a third feeder up. And as mentioned, we're running 3 this year. So we have 2 window feeders, the brands that we carry, the aspect brands that we carry for a lot of reasons. We'll just go over a couple of those things quickly. We have in previous videos, but I just wanted to comment on them. And then we also have a smaller hanging hum blossom that from a window hanger that we use. So on that same hanger in the wintertime, we go with our suet acorn that you've seen in lots of different on our Instagram account in various places, and then we put the hummingbird feeder on in the summertime. The interesting thing about these particular feeders is that they're very dense polycarbonate plastic, very dense, lifetime warranty on these, and the density does a couple things, particularly if you think about that heat and humidity that we had yesterday. What it does is that it doesn't allow the plastic to absorb odors or disease. So that density of that plastic plays a huge role in the health of our hummingbird population. And what happens, and I don't know if you can really kind of see it here, but this nectar is a few days old. This is our plant-based sweetener that has minerals and vitamins added to it. But just up in this corner right in here, you'll see along the nectar line, there's some dark patches starting to come in there and a little bit of mold starting right there. Very little. So I'm really glad I went out and checked them this morning. So we're just going to get rid of that. Take that out. One of the other features of these feeders, in fact, is the nectar guards on the inside of the food ports. It's a beautiful little feature here, and then nice separation between the food port itself and the full line, which is here. So you can see we have a separation there of about that much. And so the hummingbird, and it can reach the nectar very easily with its tongue down in. So if their beak is this long, their tongue is that long, they can get quite a bit of distance in there. And then it keeps the ants and the earwigs and all that stuff out of there. This one has a built-in ant moat on it as well. So I've gone ahead and I put in some good hot water in the sink here with a very little, just a smidgen of vinegar in there as well. Just a smidgen though, just enough to help me get that out of there. So we'll just see, since I've dumped it, can you see that little line of, yeah, right there, you can see that little line of mold coming. So we're gonna go give that a good scrub over. Make sure that that's all cleaned if the water is freaking hot. And then the other nice feature that we always like to do and we have at the store is these little brushes. And the beauty of these little brushes is that you can go right in the nectar ports. Like that, just give them a little scrub, make sure there's no mold or anything in there. You just give them all a little brush. Very quickly, it doesn't take a long time, maybe around the inside if you really want to take a look at it. And then we got this one, I got this one all done, ready. And then this hum blossom is very cool also. It's a very easy, so you just pop the top and it comes right off. And this nectar, as I say, was in the full sun, in that hot humidity and rain and facing the west here for 3 or 4 days. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that as well. After inspection, it looks pretty good actually, and that's the nice part of the density of the plastic as well, is that it comes clean fairly quickly on its own. Let's give that a little scrub as well. And here we clean out the port. Make sure the inside of the lid here is clean. And we'll be good to go. So I've gone ahead and made up a batch of our hummingbird food. So this is a plant-based sweetener, all natural, no preservatives, no chemicals of any kind in it, and added minerals and vitamins for the health of the hummingbird. So I've gone ahead, got a batch of nectar made up. It's been cooling for a little while. So here we have the nectar. So 1 package of our nectar to 4 cups of good hot water. I always say it doesn't have to boil, but it has to be pretty close to make sure that we get it all dissolved. And I'm going to go ahead, fill up the feeders, and then get on with the rest of my day. So you guys, I hope you have a great day. If there's any questions or anything, certainly have an opportunity to leave some comments here on our video. And if you check out our YouTube channel, there are previous videos on hummingbird feeders and hummingbird feeder placement and all that type of thing. Check out gillygaloobird.com for all your local updates, online sales, and all kinds of information and resources on there as well. Hope you're having a great day.